Welcome back to another videos. Join us for the latest news, insights, and updates on the Iraqi dinar. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Let's explore the world of the Iraqi dinar together. The passage provided touches upon a deep-seated frustration regarding the implementation of certain numerical benchmarks or systems that have been in place for over 2 decades. The individual expresses strong discontent with the notion that these numbers, likely referencing economic indicators, policies, or metrics, have never functioned as intended. They believe that these metrics, represented by the numbers 1310, 1160, and 1400, have been arbitrarily applied and have failed to bring about any positive change, leading to adverse effects on both the population and the economy. To fully grasp the essence of this frustration, we must delve into the possible scenarios that these numbers might represent. These numbers could be symbolic of economic policies, inflation rates, currency exchange rates, wage standards, or other fiscal parameters that governments or institutions use to gauge economic health and progress. The individual's dissatisfaction stems from the perception that these figures are imposed upon the populace without consideration for their real-world effectiveness or impact. The phrase 1310, 1160, 1400 never worked suggests that the individual has observed these numbers being applied over time, perhaps as part of a broader economic strategy or policy framework. However, despite their repeated implementation, these benchmarks have consistently failed to deliver the promised outcomes. The use of ellipses between the numbers emphasizes the randomness and unpredictability with which these figures are applied, further highlighting the individual's frustration with the lack of consistency or rationale behind their use. The individual feels that these numbers are not merely ineffective but are actively detrimental. They state, "They just come out with a number and give it to us," indicating a top-down approach where decisions are made without input from or consideration for those most affected by them. This sentiment reflects a broader critique of bureaucratic or technocratic governance, where decisions are made based on abstract models or theories rather than the lived experiences and needs of the people. The phrase "don't tell me it worked because I know in my heart it's not 1310 is particularly poignant. It reflects a deep emotional conviction that these numbers are fundamentally flawed. The individual rejects any attempts to convince them otherwise, suggesting that their lived experience and intuition hold more weight than any official narrative or data. This sentiment speaks to a broader mistrust of authority and expertise, particularly when it comes to economic matters that directly impact people's lives. The individual goes on to state, "It never worked for 21 years. It made the people poor. It made the economy bad." Here, they are unequivocally stating that the policies or systems represented by these numbers have failed to deliver positive outcomes over a prolonged period. The reference to 21 years indicates that this is not a recent issue but a long-standing problem that has persisted despite its evident failures. The assertion that these numbers made the people poor points to the tangible negative impact that these policies have had on the population. It suggests that instead of promoting economic growth or stability, these benchmarks have contributed to increased poverty and hardship. The individual's use of the word "made" implies that this outcome was not incidental but a direct result of the policies in question. This reflects a deep concern for the future and a fear that the current trajectory will lead to even greater suffering and hardship. Finally, the individual asserts, "They're going to have to change it." This statement is both a prediction and a demand. It suggests that the current situation is untenable and that change is inevitable. However, it also reflects a desire for proactive action, calling on those in power to recognize the failures of the past and implement new policies that better serve the needs of the people and the economy. In summary, the passage reflects a profound sense of disillusionment with the current economic policies or systems, represented by the numbers 1310, 1160, and 1400. The individual believes that these benchmarks have never worked and have instead contributed to increased poverty and economic decline over a period of 21 years. They express frustration with the arbitrary and unpredictable nature of these numbers and reject any attempts to justify their effectiveness. Looking to the future, they warn that if these policies are not changed, the economy will continue to worsen, and they call for urgent reform to address the underlying issues. Thanks for watching Iraqi Dinar. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and share our videos. Your support keeps our channel going. Stay curious, and see you in the next one.